This is swanky. This is lifestyle. This is culture. Welcome to the social center of everything culture. Culture Daily.
Looking forward to that. It's like the season of releases as well. Let me just throw some spotlight to all of the boy as well, who just dropped this brand new EP titled Out of the Blue. Looking for more to come. It's a music conversation this morning here on Culture Daily. 22 minutes past 9. Let me say good morning to our friends at Karat Ghana this morning. How are you doing? To our friends Solomon, to Gilbert, all of you, to Gideon. Shouts going out to all of you, and thank you for being so supportive to our business as we're looking forward to strengthen that relationship. And also to our friends at Betway, good morning to country manager, to Kwabena, to Fred and the entire team, George and everyone making this culture happen. But whilst we're talking about Betway though, let me remind you that we've all been there before. Now we've played that perfect multi-bet. It's going your way until one or more pick lets you down. Now with Betway's Bet Saver feature, you can win even if your bet misses. Now even on multiple losses, you can still get your bets back and more. Bet Saver is exclusive to Betway. Get way more. Terms and conditions apply. It's regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18. Betway gets way more. And also remind you this morning that Telecel has got some great news for you. Let me just fill you in on that one real quickly. Now, listen. So if you're looking for the best value data and voice offers that are tailored to your unique needs, at Telecel, they do understand that everyone has got their own preferences, and that's why we have unbeatable made-for-me bundles, specially made for you. Now, the made-for-me bundles are very affordable bundles and customized data packages and voice packages as well, just for you. Just simply dial star 530 hash. Easy, star 530 hash if you're on Telecel, or switch to Telecel now and dial star 530 hash, or download the Telecel Play app to subscribe to your special made-for-me bundle. Telecel, like we say, connecting energies. Lenny, some more energy in the studio this morning?
Yes, of course, and it's all good energy, okay, with Bang & Olufsen's Atelier. Now, if you want to listen to sound and experience sound like never before, then why not do that with Bang & Olufsen's Atelier, where you also become very much a part of the craft. You also get to design your own bespoke audio masterpiece, or select from exclusive creations tailored to your style. Whether it's a speaker that seamlessly fits your space or a statement piece that turns heads, remember that if you can't imagine it, then you can't hear it. Discover more with Bang & Olufsen. Locate Bang & Olufsen at our shop at Atlantic Towers, Airport City, Accra, or you can call 0201 694341, 0201 694341. And remember that if you can dream it, then we can craft it. Jay?
Well, I thought you were going to tell me about what you going to clean my hands, but just remember that it's a done deal. Anyway, it's 25 past 9, and also listen, this morning we've got more news. Amy, you want to shoot that? Okay, got that in time, right?
Yeah.
Amy, thank you very much.
All right, so you say you got more news. You want to know what happened?
No. Okay.
No.
Are you guys confused? What's going on?
Well, what? You want me to give you my life?
Give me the phone.
No. Amy, it's with you, so make that happen for us. While she's on there, just a quick reminder now, every time that we eat, food and sugars are trapped between our teeth. It leads to tooth decay, gum disease, and in some cases, foul breath. Now, brushing your teeth every morning and evening with Pepsodent charcoal or the herbal toothpaste is ideal. Why? Because the herbal toothpaste is made from or infused with a unique blend of green tea and herbal extracts. Now, this is formulated to repair and protect your gums whilst giving you an all-round cooling sensation. But with the Pepsodent fluoride, it's a unique combination of natural charcoal, lemon, mint, and zinc. Mouthful there. That to strengthen your teeth and remove bad odor, and also gently polish and polish away the tooth stains and naturally restore a bright smile. So brush your teeth morning and evening with any of these variants of Pepsodent. Now we have Amy ready.
Yeah. All right, so Lancaster has something for you. They're saying, do you want a British degree at a fraction of the cost? Do you want a vibrant student experience in a community that equips you with useful employability skills, taking you one step closer to the dream, the career of your dreams? Enjoy all these and more, plus up to 50% scholarships for your degree at Lancaster University, Ghana. Be taught by the finest faculty trained to UK standards at our ultra-modern campus. For more information, visit www.lancaster.edu.gh. You can also contact us via email at admissions@lancaster.edu.gh or call us on +233 24 865 6274 or 030-221-8989. Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
And they can proudly boast of that any day, any time. The only British university campus here in West Africa. We are also the most vibrant entertainment platform in the entire West Africa. You can say anything you like. I've said it. Now, this morning's conversation is very interesting and one that must be had. It's been a conversation in the pipeline and been waiting for a very long time. However, it sets the tone for other convos and other town hall engagements that we should be having in the near future. Now, what am I talking about? So let me just break it down and given titles and headlines or headings, if I can say. So in a major or most part of Ghanaian music, aside the likes of Osibisa and Jedublaze Ambulance and likes, right? It's a Jedus play. Jedublaze, at least it was better than Dolby. Papa Youngson, man, the names are a lot. And A.B. Krentel. Now, thank you very much. These are all artists that hailed from the western part of the country. And at a certain point in time, they championed Ghanaian music. Their music was the go-to music at events, at parties, at social gatherings and all. But over the years, there's been a shift of attention. When it comes to music being celebrated or music being consumed from various regions. Maybe Accra and Greater Accra region and Kumasi have been in the lead in the past couple of months, but other regions have suffered. In recent times, the likes of, from the northern region, his name again, Macasio and what's the name? The name just slipped me. Northern artist came to Accra.
Macasio.
And the other one. What's his name?
Ooh.
Oh. Jeez.
Oh, I had his name in my mind when we were talking about this. Let me
Fancy Gadam.
Thank you. Fancy Gadam, yeah.
Gently.
How did the name just leave our heads like that?
It just slipped me by. Lots of things running through my head at the same time. But they've also been championing music coming out from the north. Yala and the likes, at least. So the north also has a certain vibrancy when it comes to music, as we definitely consume it across the world. Now, two regions, even though we have 16, two regions, also again in the spotlight will be the Volta region and the Western region. In recent times, of course, we've seen the likes of Edem and a few other artists hail from the west, from the Volta and push it. But if we throw our attention to the Western region, there's a conversation that needs to be had, because in the past couple of years, one of the biggest music exports has been Kofi Kinata, arguably. And there are a few others as well who have been in the pipeline, but not necessarily living in the Western region or heavily engaged in the Western region as compared to that of Kofi Kinata. However, it's of great concern to us in the music space to have a conversation around some of the issues that faces artists coming from the West. Now, this morning, we have quite a number of stakeholders joining us via Zoom, also from Takrade specifically. And in the studio this morning, we have the man RAMZY B as well, who joins us here this morning. RAMZY, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Fantastic. It's good to have you.
Thank you.
You're looking good.
Thank you.
The way you buff up in size, it means that the money is coming in.
Amen. In my
we are trying to establish connection to our stakeholders, and then now introduce them properly when they join onto our link as well. But we'll start the conversation with Aya, since you are in here with us this morning. We've seen, like I rightly said, so far, let me even ask you, how is it going? How is everything going?
Oh, so far so good. I thank God.
Is it?
Yes, it's good.
That you appreciate it?
Yes, I'm here in Accra and I'm pushing very hard.
So it meant you had to be in Accra for this to happen?
Of course.
Why?
Yeah, it's a lot. Because in Western region, we don't have investors. Trust me. Nobody is ready to help, those who have the talent.
How is this so? If we do have investments in the Western region, why would you think that there are no investors in the music space? Because it must make business sense. So why would you think that maybe an investor or what would be your general opinion on why you think an investor wouldn't want to put money in a Western artist living, born and bred in the West?
Yeah, because they used to say they are ungrateful when they help them, you know. One that say one ma who there ebia nipa kwe you know buana na baby them, so they want to stay back. Do you get it? They are not ready to help. And again, Takrade they like writing things on social media just to bash the artists. So
like the folks, the citizens,
of course,
the people, or who likes to write things to bash people on
the
social?
Citizens.
The town folks.
Yes.
Okay.
They used to write things on social media, and it's a global thing. So anything that you write, people will see it.
So it means they're bringing their own artists down.
Yes, and it drives the investors away. Seriously.
Okay, these are very interesting points as you've raised. Okay.
I wanted to find out something. Aya, you said that you've relocated to Accra now.
Yes.
To do the music,
Of
right?
course.
Okay. Now there's a general conversation where we say that in the music industry in Ghana, right, largely, we don't think there's investment. That's what we speak on when we talk about the machine, right? The machine is either not being oiled enough or it has jolted to a halt where it's not working as we want to. If we have to compare to people in other countries, musicians in other countries where we see that the system is working, right? So with this move to Accra, what informed it beyond what you've spoken about? Because I think it's a Ghana problem, largely. I don't think it's an Accra.
Because maybe you saying that you
regional
moved to
problem.
Accra, it means that maybe now you're getting funding from Accra.
Yeah, Accra here, we have plugs, we have people here who are ready for the work. Did you get it? Yeah, they understand the work that we are doing. So if they are helping you, they know what they are doing. But back to my region, I think they lack, some don't understand the music business. Okay, so if I want to invest in you, not I want to invest in your talent. It's a business thing. You get your percentage. I also get my a percentage. But some will talk about your personality, your even usuban. Usuban but business doesn't go with that.
Okay,
do get it.
Hold on right there.
depends.
Let me. This is going to be a very interesting conversation,
Yeah.
though. And I see where it's coming from. Also, joining us via Zoom this morning, we have Ace broadcaster, MC as well. My very good friend and brother, Nana QUASI WUSU, aka PM. Join us on the line, as well as Richard Addison. He's a business mogul. He's an entrepreneur. He's an advocate when it comes to Western region music, and he's an investor as well. Yeah. Join us on the conversation this morning. We also expected to have our own EGYA AMPAABENG. He's the CEO of the Western Music Awards. Also join us on the conversation. But gentlemen, good morning, and how are we doing? If you can hear me.
We are good. We are good. We are good.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Richie, let me say, Mr. Richard Addison, can you hear me as well?
I can hear you.
Okay, loud and clear. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us. PM, long time no see. Thanks for jumping in the conversation.
Deal, bro.
Thanks for joining.
Thank you so much for having me.
Short notice. So I'm here with Aya, and we just started a conversation trying to understand the problem, if there is, on why we are not seeing a lot of talents emerge from the Western region. Let me pick your opinions one by one on this. PM, let me start off with you.
All right. So a very good morning going out to your lovely viewers out there. And I was just listening to Aya, and it's interesting because I just want to take it from the social media bits that he mentioned. Just recently, we had TGMAs in Tadi for their nominees experience concert. And this is a huge platform. We all know in Ghana, when you mention TGMA, it's one of the biggest platforms in the country. And some of those talents were given opportunities to perform. Out of that, after the whole event, I saw loads of comments on social media saying, artists came on stage and they were giving 3 minutes, they were giving 5 minutes and all that. For God's sake, if you are an event person and you put together an event like this and you give people in that space the opportunity to perform, and you wake up the next morning and it's just, bad comments here and there, how are you going to take it? I think we should be mindful of the things we speak. It is very, very important. It equally pushes some people away. So, I mean, let's use some of those platforms as an example, like the Grammys, the Ghana Music Award, the Three Music Awards, and all that. Our top artists get on stage and they do like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and you deliver whatever you have to deliver and go your way. But here is the case: an opportunity is given to a talent, and they feel like, oh, mobile one artist, no, 20 minutes, 30 minutes now, 3 minutes and 5 minutes here. It's not worth it. So I think that is one of the things we need to look at. It is not really helping. It is not really helping. Instead of appreciating the people as well. And I also touched on the investors bit. In as much as people are drawing out, some people are also coming in. Recently, I got an appointment with a label known as Spy Entertainment. They gave me an appointment as a talent manager with a team. So it is not that bad when it comes to that side. In as much as some people are leaving the stage because of some attitude some talent showed to them while they tried investing, some people are equally coming in. So it is not that bad. It can get better. Because Spy Entertainment just signed one artist entirely known as Yao Juice. And I mean, the way things have been put in place and all that, it will really work. So, I mean, I feel we should find a way of making things beautiful to attract investors to help us push the agenda. Thank you.
So PM, hold on right there. Maybe I'll come at you on this new label that has entered the town and how many of such are in existence, because I want to come back to that. But Richard Addison, you are an investor, you are an advocate, you are a businessman. Are you convinced enough that you're finding the right talents that understand the business of music for you to want to put your money into, or your time into a space like this?
Well, I mean, for someone to invest in a product, the product needs to make sense. And then we need to look at it holistically. Now, in the Western region, as you look at the product, which is the talent is abound. There's so many people. But then the question is, the structures are not available for an investor to come and say, well, I'm going to invest in X, Y, Z. Currently, what sound do we even do in the Western region? Are we doing rap? Are we doing high life? Are we doing, I mean, what am I investing in? What product am I invested in? So if I see an artist who's doing singing, rap, high life, everything, what genre are you doing? So it becomes very difficult. So we need to streamline what we are doing. We need to come back to the Western sound as it is. I mean, look at Accra. Accra has its own sound, which is more, say, Americanized, where you have Tema also has its own sound. Kumasi has its own sound, which is their own identity. But then in the Western region, we don't have that identity. I'd rather go and invest in somebody in Accra or Kumasi because they have that sound and they have that identity. And it's easier to invest because I know where my money is coming from. But when you come to Western region where there's no identity, there's no structure, it becomes very difficult to invest. And that's one thing we need to realize. So moving forward, we need to look at the structures we have here. PM was saying record label. Apart from what he said, I think there are only 2 record labels in Takrady, in the Western region, which it's not. I mean, it's not great.
So let me hold you right there. Before I introduce my third guest who joined us on the line, let me come to you based on what Mr. Addison is saying about identity. What do you think about this? That partly it is hard to identify a certain music style that can
self-faster.
Yeah, not self-faster per se, but can make it easy to identify someone coming from the West doing this music, aside from the language. What do you think?
I think
true or false to you? Speak the hard.
Oh, true. But what I will add to what Mr. Addison said, high life started in Western region. High life started in Western region.
Are you certain?
Yes.
Are you certain of this?
Oh, yes, it's true.
On what history background?
CK man.
But he didn't start music in Ghana. But continue, don't worry.
But like my call as an American. Ghana, even we are proud that Ghana, our identity is high life, and it started in Western region. You can name them. Ebi Kentel, CK man, just name them. So we have our identity. Yeah, that's high life.
I have the CEO of the Western Region Music Awards also joining us here. EGYA, good morning. How are you doing? Can you hear me loud and clear? We lost him there. But so PM, let me come back to you now. What is circulating, based on what Mr. Addison is saying, what is circulating on the airwaves now? Which genre of music is circulating on the airwaves now?
I mean, we have high life dominating, which most definitely Kofi Kinata is still championing that course. And some of the guys are also doing their trap thing, which you can take out. The guys doing the hip hop thing are also there. The Afrobeat squad are also there. So, but if you ask me, I'll say Afrobeat is really dominating right now because most of the guys are jumping on Afrobeat, trying to do that.
What's your opinion to
Addison said, Charlie, we need to really identify.
Sorry, what's your opinion to that? Just based on brand identity, because in the early times I know music has evolved, but we clearly certain that there were more high life artists that were making global, making waves as compared to other music genres, which was also still here in Ghana. What is your take on on the fact that we are not getting an identity coming out from the West? That is, if you agree with Mr. Addison.
Okay, so I mean, I still feel the focus should be on our high life thing because I mean, in as much as we have Afrobeat also dominating, if we take our time and we really organize things well and push that agenda, it is really going to help us because I mean, when you Google anywhere, the first thing I'll pop out when you mention Ghana or Western will be high life music. Then it looks like you're losing touch. And I don't know, some of the youngins feel like high life is for the mature guys. I don't know. There is that perception there that we need to quickly wipe out. When you mention high life, I'm feeling with the 8 or penny for on nowadays. But I mean, that is the real us. If you can find a way of really letting this sink, it's really going to help. And to the talent involved too. There are times seminars are organized, workshops are organized. And when you want these guys to even come out to listen from stakeholders, well-experienced talent, so that they can really polish themselves and upgrade themselves in this particular space, they won't even show up. AMPAABENG there can attest to that. There are times, they did some things in collaboration with musical. I personally don't know the reason why. I mean, maybe they feel like, it's education. If it is entertainment, they'll show up. Because if it is entertainment, they'll come backstage. PM, you the host this event, Charlie, lobby, give me, make again on stage. But the seminar is equally very important. If you're not well equipped, how can you champion the cause? So I think they should take that bit also serious. And if we all come together, and anytime this legend mention Kofi, all they say is that they have somebody they can hand over the baton to, and they are super proud of him. So if we can all look at that and push it, it's really going to help. And let's not leave the Afrobeat to aside, because in as much as the Nigerians are being tagged with it, it started from here. They only coined the name Afrobeat to make it different, but originally it's from here. So, I mean, if we merge the two, it is not bad. We can champion both ways.
I want to find out. I think that it's of growing concern if we say that.
I'm sorry, but can one of you mute your? I think we have getting some feedback on the microphone. If one of you can mute your microphone, I'll be grateful. Yes. Okay, so EGYA, can you mute your microphone for us? Thank you. I'm going to come to you shortly. Lenny has a question for us.
Yes, hello, gentlemen. I think that it's of growing concern if we say that high life, or the youngins think high life is for the older people, right? It's rather unfortunate because it's a genre. I don't know when that started. I don't even know how it started or why that should be the narrative in the first place. Is there anything that we are doing that we should do to correct this narrative? Because I think some way, somehow, if we are not pushing the high life genre that is authentically Ghanaian, then by extension, in the next couple of years, we will lose it, because Afrobeats will come, and then Afrobeat has come, and it's bigger. It's taken the world by storm. Afrofusion will take the world by storm. Afro dancehall will take the world by storm. Afro anything will take the world by storm. And then before we know it, we are losing what we have as high life. we'll never know when someone will come and say that they are doing Afro High Life, which will be a shame, if that happens. But what are we doing to make sure that that notion that the youth have in the Western region and maybe across the country, we are not, pushing that narrative, and we are doing better in saying that it is a genre. Anyone at all can tap into it and push it.
I think I'm an artist.
Okay.
From a example.
Okay.
Sometimes if you go to studio, you record high life, a song, and you want to promote it, even the presenter or the DJ will tell you, no, now it's Afro. Why don't you go and do Afro? They follow the trend, this and that. Of course, that's what we are facing. Yes, but on America, they say another Western region high life. But I want to push you back. Go and do Afrobeat. Go and do Afrobeat because now it's trending. This and this and that. So we are losing it. You get it.
Let me throw it back to Richie on that question, because he raised the conversation on identity. How bad is this situation, Richard?
It's terrible. I mean, the whole country. And one thing people fail to realize is, if you take one of our biggest exports, Kofi Kinata is not doing anything different. He's just doing high life, and that's the Sekendi sound. Sekendi has Simgwa. We have traditional. Ambule is big in this country, and he did the Sekendi sound. The identity, people are following what the trend is in Accra, and that's where the problem is, because Accra is dictating what we are listening to. RAMZY sitting there is going to do a sound that is okay with DJs in Accra or promoters in Accra, because then if he does what he has to do or identify as a Takrady sound, he probably might not get played. And that's where the problem is. I mean, I'm not sure. I know through music that's a bit for Western music, but then how many stations actually play artists from the Western region? Because then the sound is.
Okay, I think he has a frozen screen there for a second. But Eja, let me come to you. You are a convener of the music, and you create competition for consumers to vote. And that's with the Western Region Music Awards. Earlier on, Richard Addison had mentioned, talking about investment, and Aya had mentioned about investment, that there's lack of investment. What has been Western corporate support to an agenda of, your platform like? Have they been responsive? Has it been easy pulling it together? Are they listening to you?
I think, yes. They have, but it's very, very low. It's very, very low, because when it comes to music business, it's very, very, very expensive. It's capital is expensive, especially when you intend to do an event in Western region. The corporate bodies are doing their best, but believe in me, if I'm giving them a percentage, I would say it's 40% to our creative space.
Why do you think?
I've been always.
I was asking, why do you think it is such with a low investment coming from your event?
Yes, I'm someone I always dealt with a problem, and if I identify the problem, I try to solve it. I think they have given us some benchmark, and that's a whole issue when it comes to Takrady. Takrady, from all sectors, from all angles in the creative space, when Takrady people want to accept you, they want to see you doing things double. You see, so they won't be paying. So what are you doing? What are you adding up? They want to see something extra for you to go beyond before they come on board. So I always tell my people that yes, this is how it will be, because since Memorial, Takrady always want to see you doing something extraordinary before they really come on board. It's up to you for you to be consistent on what you are doing, for them to come on board. So I would say we are giving what they really want, but they want to see it in an extraordinary form. Yeah, they want to see it in an extraordinary form.
PM, based on what he's saying, it's like double the work to get the same results that probably we are seeing in other parts of the country. And I want to ask about the quality of artists that you experience. I mean, you are on air, you play music, to the audience, you engage audience via radio and TV. What about the quality of artists that you get coming to you, or generally that you find in Takoradi? When I say quality, I'm talking about creativity, music creativity, branding, and all of those things.
Yeah. So we have a couple of them who are trying their best. They are doing so well.
Can I ask
it also boils down
to mute their microphones so that we can have that feedback here.
All right. Thank you so much. So I think it boils down to the investment bit that we spoke about earlier. They'll bring a sound, and I mean, when you drop it, you realize that the music is good, but the quality of production is a bit low. So, and if you ask them, they'll tell you, skasem no. Because I mean, for him to go to a top class producer, he might not get that money to go do that. But we have good talent who are doing very well. I mean, I can mention a few, like I mentioned Yao Juice earlier, and we have RAMZY himself doing so well, QUASI Flex. We have, I mean, I can go Nemesis Loso, I can go on and on and on. And these guys are like all-round talent that if they get the chance, I mean, they get the right investments, I mean, they'll take over the world. So I think for the talent, we have them. We really have them.
So if we do have them, now let me just come to the gatekeepers and the stakeholders. And Rich, I'm throwing this back to you. EGYA, I'll pick another opinion from you as well. Do we have support from gatekeepers, stakeholders like yourself, who are being intentional to promote the artists that are found in the West?
Yes and no. Yes, I'm sure there are quite a few people who are promoting artists in the city and in the region. No is most of them do not have the clout or the connections in Accra, and it comes back to Accra again, where only a few DJs and that's it. They play the songs, it doesn't go anywhere. They don't have any connections with the awarding bodies, so they can't push the artists. Imagine me coming to Accra and not knowing anybody or knowing just you. I mean, how many radio stations can you get an artist from Takoradi to get interviews on, or TV stations? It'll be very, very difficult. And then where you're coming from a region where money is scarce, things are not that great in this region. So the people here don't have that money, disposable income to actually push into these kind of drives. So it becomes very difficult when you talk about. And then with gatekeeping, sometimes I don't like the word gatekeeping because it hinders a lot of progress, where if I don't like you and I'm a gatekeeper, I'm going to keep you down there forever. And it doesn't work. That's why I am advocating for, a consensus where we all come together and gatekeep together. So if we're pushing, we push together.
Push together. I like that. Okay,
Jay,
before I come to EGYA, yes, let me hear from you, Jay,
can I touch on the support bit? Okay, so from my side, as a drive time host, I have consciously created segments and dedicated days to promote like 100% West Side music. So on my drive lighters, a theme on Tuesday is known as Terrific Talent Tuesday.
That's YFM.
So I have a segment known as Push or Flash. Yeah, YFM. So I pair two talents from this side, upcoming guys, and then we have polls on X. We have phone calls to back it up 50-50. If you win, we add your song to the playlist. And on Tuesdays like this, we have a full hour for strictly West Side music. And because I also host events, whenever there is any event, I call those guys, I put them on. Some of them, the event organizer might even drag their feet, but I'll tell them, yo, these guys are doing their best. So if there is any motivation, try and package something to help encourage this guy. So we are doing our very best as stakeholders to equally push these guys. But it boils down to the talent themselves, too. Some of them are not serious. Jay, you talk to a talent, tell the talent to send a song to your email, and it looks like you have to beg him to send a song to you. And Jay, if this thing happens, would you even worry yourself again? I have created a segment to promote your music. All you have to do is to drop the song in my email, and I have to be chasing you for it. So basically, the people who are committed to it, I do my best, and then we move. Social media, another tool that I think they are not really taking serious. Some are doing their best, but some are not taking it serious. You follow a musician, and you check his timeline, and update you are saying a sports. The next match. Look at what there is a big wind blowing right now that I am just enjoying. A buzz between Kokubani and Hindu of TV3 Mentor. This guy started some craze some few days ago, some freestyle session. They can drop a video and click like 100,000 eyeballs, and it's really working. So people should be deliberate about this. Some of those guys will also drop a song and do not do any massive promo. They will sleep on the song, and you only get to see them again when they have the next song coming. But you have your social media platforms to yourself. I mean, listen to the story of Don Jazzy, how he even scouts for talent. Some of them, he pick them on socials and blows those guys. So if you are sleeping on all these opportunities, how will the world get to know your talent? And some of them too will tell you, oh, Jay, I just want to open up this conversation, not just for music, but for the whole creative art industry at large. Myself as a broadcaster and as an event host, I am based in Tadi. And any major event happening in Accra, I try my possible best to build network with these guys up there. I recall when they were having the Beam Festival like this, I had to call the team. I pitched my portfolio to the team. They checked my works and they were like, Charlie, you've been booked for the show. So there are some conscious things we need to do. Because it shouldn't be like we all have to move to Accra before, we can be heard. I was on Free Music platform last year to present an award. And all these things got to do with networking and making good use of it. They say your network is your net worth. So someone like Aya, moving around, building his network even without a label. And people will go like, oh, them boy that want to say, oh yeah, want to say, go say, look at this. It is not really helping. So, it should be a conscious effort. Things are happening here. We can be here and still be global. And I love some of the things the late Comrade Mo say. You can be local but think global. It doesn't matter where you find yourself.
I like that.
It all depends on you and how you make good use of opportunities.
Just real quickly right there. Let me just pick an opinion on this with EGYA. How has support been like from the talents themselves with regards to the Western Music Awards? Have they been forthcoming? Because he spoke about, people have been submitting their music and all. Have they been forthcoming? And when you want to engage them on performances and such like that, how has it been like? I think you might have to unmute your microphone. Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you. You get me? Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear, yes.
Hello?
Loud and clear.
Good. Yes. I would say, fortunately for me, yes, because this is a scheme that the boys haven't seen one before, and it right here in the region. So they always want to take advantage on that stage because there's a perception always in Accra. The guys are doing all the award scheme, all the awards in Accra. So seeing Western Music Awards, bringing Western Music Awards close to their doorstep, they don't really joke with that platform. But yes, I'll go forward by saying the boys really needs to understand this game because it's something that is capital intensive and investment. I'm saying investment, not really financial, but you really need to invest in your craft, in your creativity. Because as I said earlier on, Takrade, before you can give us something for us to cherish, for us to hold it, it takes a very, very, very long time for us to accept that product coming from you. So if you think, okay, the Kumasi people, they just came around earlier on and they have that hate or they have that blow. Believe me, we are not Kumasi or we are not American. And from the way we see our things, the way we hold our artists, it's not like other regions. So if you are here and you really want to blow out there, you have to set a pace for yourself. Probably 5-10 years. What am I doing? Okay, from the space of 5 years, I really want Western Radio to hear my voice. After 5 years, I'll move to Accra and to national. You can't just wake up and say, okay, yeah, I'm doing music, so I need to blow. they really want to see people embracing their ways. But believe me, you have to invest in what you are doing. PM was mentioning that he has a program, yes, open up a program and people to send their song for him to play. Senior, not disrespect to my artists, but for them to even send their music, their product, it's tough for them to do so. What might be the problem? You think I'm a musician, so we have to, no matter how, we have to embrace what you are bringing up. No, the music has changed. The dynamism of we promoting or doing music this time around, senior, has totally changed. We have the social media. What are you using the social media space for? Let me take myself as an example. Thanks to just a circle of Just Max Travel and Tour, I had opportunity to go to Dubai. When I went there, friends of mine on social media know what I've been doing. They quickly introduced me to event organizers there. Jay, I came to Ghana and I was assisting these people try to organize events out there through social media. I always say, this generation, we have everything in terms of for us to blow. But I don't know why we are not utilizing what we have, but we always blaming the media space. The media are not supporting. The media is not supporting. I have to go to Accra, Kumasi before I can get my hit, before I can get the support. Fair enough. But make sure and get in mind that this job, this journey, it's a process. You can't just stand up and get out there. No. So for me, yes, it's like they haven't seen and they really want.
Okay, so yeah, Ramzy, let me come to. I think his screen is frozen. I'll pick your final words from each person. But Ramzy, PM speaks heavily about artists and their proactiveness. Do you make? Is this true to you?
Yeah, it's true. I always say hard work beats talent. If you have the talent and you are sleeping, how can you go forward? If you have the talent and you work towards it, definitely you will be there. And if you don't have the talent and you have love for the game and you are doing it, you can make it.
Is language an issue? And I'm going to ask my pundits on this as well. Has language been an issue? I'm saying this because it's a very sensitive topic, where even some Ghana artists have complained about how media personalities only favor artists who do English and Tree. Has language been an issue to you before?
I would say yes and no.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because Kofi Kenata, let me take Kofi Kenata as an example. Or Yenduma, or the fancy, the fancy but I'm proud of where I'm coming from, Western region. Yeah, me the fancy be bo brofo kakra. Na Marcel too. Friend and international, because international one World Cup for that what people here is what say something different. So I'll just use my culture. Now the one then kakrana but na yeah sell it out.
Do you feel as though they like sometimes because you are coming from a certain space, maybe enka tree and cran and now any of the other languages, so you are sidelined? Do you ever feel such before?
No, I don't. No, because Rebecca fancy na ebia melody me Canada your friend and melodies and your mama that we want no no even entire American pass sound no but out and about one sound no better who fit. Do you get what I'm saying? So to me more that language in all that
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think it's just a Ghanaian problem, Ramzy B? Do you think it's just a Ghanaian problem, or do you think it's a global problem? Because if you have to be local but think global, then you have to also now take out the perception of language. I don't think language should be a barrier. And if that's what is limiting our artists, then I think that we as consumers or we as the ecosystem are not being fair, because we are the same people who will listen to songs from South Africa, from Nigeria, from Uganda, and not understand anything they are saying at all. So if we have to bring language, we jump to it. If we have to bring language into the conversation to say that, so the person has to sing all in English before they go global, or before they even break the boundaries of Ghana, then that is a problem. Because we have people seeping into the country
let's just wrap it up quickly
with their songs and their language.
On our pundit. Mr. Addison, so for you, what do you think, starting off with you, what do you think is the way forward to changing mindset and building capacity, and all of that? Where do we start from in your space as investor?
I think there should be a broader conversation with this. We know the problem, so what are the solutions? And I think we should get everybody to the table, have a discussion, find out what is going on within the region and why are the boys not presenting their music to the radio presenters who are willing to play it? Why are they not submitting their works to awarding companies? And then, why are they not shooting videos? Because I don't think a lot of them have videos. And why are they not mastering their songs properly? So we need to look at that. When we see that, then we can have a general consensus on what to do in terms of investment and other things. So I'm looking at a dialogue between all the stakeholders in the Western region. That will be a first step.
Awesome. PM, from your side as media as well, what do you think should be done to help salvage some of these issues that have come to the table? Because it's quite sad that for years to come, aside from T-Flow, who's someone in the country, and Kenyatta, that we hail so much for his works, we hardly would throw the spotlight to the likes of the RAMZYs and the Juice and the guys that you are mentioning, Kujo Viper and Dems.
Now, I am so glad my brother Richard mentioned the stakeholders meeting. Just when TGMA came to Takoradi, we had a stakeholders convo, and we brought together all these guys. Big shouts to TGMA for the opportunity. And out of that, we have created a common WhatsApp platform that all the stakeholders who were there, some artist managers, some artists themselves, some producers, we all have a common platform right now. So I'm really in support of what Richard is doing. Some of us are ever ready to give it all the necessary support to push the agenda, which is very, very important. And to wrap it up, I think one more thing that I've also noticed with some of the guys when it comes to their work is that consistency. I mean, you can't drop something and then go off. There's one very talented young man, Nev G. I have put this gentleman on back to back, and it's like a household name in Western region right now. I even had to push for him to work on YFM's official anniversary song. And it was a big deal. So I've been doing everything possible to lobby for this gentleman. But the whole of last year, can you believe he went off? I asked of this gentleman, I said, Charlie, spiritual mood, Charlie. So, we should be serious with the craft. Some of us, for me, I've been in this broadcasting industry for 11 years and then 15 years as a professional MC. Consistency plays a role. We have to keep pushing. So if you come today and tomorrow you are off, the name also go down and people easily forget about you. So they should be consistent, make good use of the tools that we have like social media and the stakeholders convo that we are thinking of having to, when such things happen, I can bet you some don't even know how to send an email. So when some of these things happen, these people can be educated on this ones. But seminar on back. So, with time, I think these things will work. Gradually, it will work. So, it's going to get better.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Thank you.
It sure will get better. EGYA, pick your final word from you as well. Do you have such dialogues attached to your award scheme? And if you do, how impactful has it been? And if you don't, is there a reason?
So I think we do, but it's unfortunately these boys, I don't know what's wrong with them. They don't show up. That's the honest truth, and that's why I say they think me being an artist, I need to just get a studio, record, give it to the DJ or presenter just to blow my song, and it doesn't work that way. So when Mr. Richard Addison got this information to me, I was like, say, please. I'm all in for this because, and yes, oh sorry, Anna, that you are doing music. You need to. So I always advocate for we bringing back this music and dance in our secondary schools. Believe me, because that's where the interest of the education, the music education, will come. Because music is capitally huge intensive, and as I say, and also the Sikani. You see, so the boys need the music education. The boys need music education for them to understand what they are really doing. It's not about we projecting the skills. It's not about you having the skills, but it's about we projecting the skills. And how do we project the skills? Please, let me touch on the The question you asked of the language barrier. Say, way back, I was even dancing, singing along with this Magic System, their song. Amolangai, not knowing that song even is even a funeral song, of which I don't know. But that song was huge in our side. And currently, Kasongo, hey. So as for music barrier, our language, I would say no, because if you really package yourself well, give us the melodies, give us the good production, that authentic flow that we all are expecting. Believe me, we can penetrate.
Definitely.
So say, I can only say our creative space really need that education. So big up to Mr. Richard Addison once again for bringing up this Western music dialogue. It will really help. It will go a long way to help.
Amazing. Gentlemen, thank you so much. I'll wrap it up with Aya in the studio, but thank you so much. It's a conversation a night that had just begun. And of course, we're looking forward for this to go in a long way to change the narrative and the perception that is carried, as well as to support the boys on the ground who are making beautiful music as well. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it as well. We shall speak off air, but let me wrap it up with Aya. Let me pick your final words on this as well.
Yeah, boss. Thank you very much. Once again, I will say we the artists in Western region, we are not united. We have to come together as one. You push you release a year, you share, you release on share. As I said, and two, so shows organizers in Western region, trust me, they don't motivate the guys. The artists, they don't motivate them.
Financially, you mean?
Seriously, yes. Financially, they don't motivate them. Yes, we have stages. RAMZY, you can't call RAMZY and tell me to come and you are helping, you are giving that stage. No. Hey, three music awards, one nominate more. That as a next related artist, I was part. TGMA on sang. Baby Amako big stage. So on here the mistake in the whole of Western region, they know RAMZY. So you can't tell me I should come and use that stage. No, you need to pay me. That's what's up. So they need to motivate the guys in Western. And again, legend. Let me mamumbo hono legend CK mamona and no moyem me on there when two men JBBNs 1 4 video training no when two when hold the boys in it woma ebimu ni hono oya then see how RAMZY be am pushing. Oh yeah, feel mukwa them that this guy is ready for the work. What do you have to do? You hold him down, you support him, but you 1 year though. But the main win down, everybody will come. Hey, that's my boy. He from Western region. That's very bad. If I have the plugs, it's left with the money. Just remember, has say I have a good video, and I need to pay. I need to put something on the table. Now, man, fan bar. Maybe you know me. Oh, RAMZY, let me help you. You play Papa, but will be able to why do be able to another more than me? Do you get it? So if I have the money, listen to I Am Kofi Kenata Weekend. Beautiful song. We'll
be dropping in just a couple of minutes.
So we need to shape things. Western region, please, in Peñafonos, some of them are doing it, but Charlie 1 year more. And I want to look at the higher RAMZY being out there for talent that and Mudu Abe from.
Because we are having this local and global conversation,
yes.
I just want to say quickly, Amare just concluded her Coachella performance a couple of hours ago, and listen, shouts to her for highlighting the artists she highlighted, from Easy to Joey B to Lamem Gang to the Asaka Boys. I think that it's very profound. Yes, it's very profound that she did that, having to support each other, even if they were not booked to perform at Coachella. She's the one flying the Ghana, the musical Ghana flag right now on that level. So I think that was very thoughtful of her and of her team to have done that. If we get a lot of this. Now, you know what's going to happen, especially for the Sorry song, right, that they vibe to and all of that. They're going to listen, want to watch the song, want to listen to the song. It's going to reflect in streams, right? Which will help the artists as well. So I think that we should, as much as possible, do that as well.
Well spoken this morning.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you've hit on that, and I know that was also you're going to get some level of criticisms as well for people who think otherwise. But it's normal. It's a dialogue, and we begin the conversation from
them say it. I love that.
from somewhere. But it's been a great conversation this morning, gentlemen. Thank you so much for also joining us from Takrady this morning, and to all our Western folks who tuned in on this conversation, as well as media partners and everyone. Thankfully, we should begin this dialogue as well. My name is Jay. I'm here with Lenny and to Amy as well. We're back at the same time tomorrow, another conversation, but this doesn't end here. It is the beginning of broader convos to have with regards to pushing the Ghanaian narrative. My name is Jay Foley. Back here tomorrow with the team, and we out.
Culture Daily was brought to you by Telecel.